Okay, apologies for the wind, it's blowing a gale here today, but I thought I'd give a quick review of this. So I've done about 12 hours on the Sany SY16C Digger, absolutely bowled over by it. It's a fantastic piece of machine. I'm getting used to it now, so there's a few bits and pieces I wanted to point out. In terms of the machine itself, what surprised me is actually how quiet the machine is. It's a great comfy driving position to sit. It's plenty of space in the cab. I'm 6'4" and it's spacious in there. You've got a place to put your drinks or your phone, etc, etc. I've actually equipped it with little Bluetooth hands-free speaker, so it's quiet enough when you're running it that you can have that as a little speaker and I play audiobooks through it. Very pleasant way of passing the time, to be honest. In terms of digging capability, it seems pretty flawless. I've switched from the grading bucket to the main bucket. I've actually got a little job, I've got to tighten that one up. I need to remember to do that. I don't have much use for the thumb yet, but it's handy if you're picking up slightly bigger things like big bits of sod, turf and things like that, and logs, so quite useful. The dozer blade surprised me. That one is absolutely brilliant at flattening and grading things, so you can make a real mess and then just go over it without back blade it, push it forward, and it's got quite a bit of power. So yeah, it's like having a mini dozer. Really good. In terms of servicing, there seems to be an endless number of grease zerks on these things, so I think there's about 15 or so, but you have to just go through on a daily basis just to make sure everything's greased and it's pushing out okay. I probably had a bit of a fight with my grease gun initially trying to get it to work, so I thought I was putting grease in and it wasn't, but some of these I think needed a little bit extra, but I kind of got the hang of that now. So you've got 3 on the front here. You've got to do this religiously. They say do it every day. Even if I'm only doing a few hours on it, I'll make sure that they're greased every time. Every point where you've got to pivot on something, there'll be a zerk there. They're buried under the dirt here, so I'll probably get some caps to keep them clean. But I tend to jet wash this after use and then grease it up on the next time before I get running with it. So there's, I think there's about 4 or 5 buried down there on the dozer. A couple which are tricky to get to underneath there, but you can part the hoses to get down into it, so a bit of practice in you there. Light wise, really good. It's got the light controls on the front so you can see what you're doing, and got a great reach on it. It's quite controllable and not jerky at all. It's got plenty of power. I've barely had it off tick over, to be honest, and this thing just works flawlessly. It doesn't use up much fuel. It's got a big tank, and I would say the digging that I'm getting done on this, if it's going through, probably half a litre an hour, if that, I think. Very manoeuvrable. It's a case of just getting the technique right in terms of digging. There's not too much to it, but by the time you put 100 hours on one of these things, you'll be a bit of an expert. So I'm now getting good at actually digging and then making the piles, and then I've got a separate tractor. So if you want to see my other videos on that, I've got a tractor with a front loader that I use to take this and spread it around on my land elsewhere where necessary. Security wise, I tend to leave it with the batteries isolated. There is an immobilizer, factory fitted immobilizer on these, which is this unit. Very useful. Other thing I've done recently is I've insured this just in case there's I'm using it and cause any damage or what have you, third-party fire and theft type of a thing. And I did it through NFU. NFU were brilliant. So Gary in the Worcester team sorted me out with insurance on this, and it was a lot less than I expected, to be honest. So a great deal through them. Can't fault the Sany. It's brilliant. Only thing I've had to do in terms of general servicing, I've topped up the hydraulic fluid. So if you can see in the here the little fluid level, as said on previous videos, that was a little bit low. This whole panel needs to come off, so there's a bolt here and a couple of bolts underneath this side. It's a bit fiddly. Once you've done it once, you'll be used to it. I don't think it needed topping up, but I suspect as the dealers were putting the thumb on, obviously it needed some extra fluid to go in there, and I guess they probably didn't top it up enough from there. But other than that, it's great. Can't fault it. Highly recommend these things. Again, recommend MSM. I'm not on commission, but they helped me out and did a great job for it. I did actually find the instructions all in PDF, so it's all available online if you need instructions. Let me know, or I'll post a link to where you can find them. Right, happy digging.